We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
It's 9 News with Natalia Cooper.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news. Both Israel and Iran have been accused of violating a landmark ceasefire deal just hours after it came into effect. That's according to US President Donald Trump, with fears the Middle East is once again on the brink of all-out war. Just moments ago, Donald Trump spoke outside the White House before heading to the NATO summit, at one point unleashing a tirade against both countries.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We'll have expert analysis in a moment, but first to our correspondents standing by in key locations. Europe correspondent Edward Godfrey is in Israel for us. Edward, some fiery words there from the US president. Clearly his patience is wearing thin, even with one of his closest allies.
Natalia, those comments from US President Donald Trump are simply extraordinary. It has been a wild day. Earlier on, for a brief moment, it seemed as though we had relative peace for the first time in almost 2 weeks, with a ceasefire coming into effect and word coming from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office that Israel would be agreeing to the ceasefire and thanking the US for its support in removing the ballistic and nuclear threat from Iran. Barely an hour had passed when air raid sirens were triggered across northern Israel, the IDF detecting what it said were rockets coming from Iran. Israel's defense minister instructing the IDF to then attack Iran and go after Tehran. And it's those actions which have prompted comments like that from President Trump.
And now I hear Israel just went out because they felt it was violated by one rocket that didn't land anywhere. That's not what we want, I'll tell you. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that, Israel, either.
The situation continues to move incredibly rapidly, and where there was hope earlier on today, there is now even more uncertainty than there has been in the last 24 hours. It certainly doesn't look like a ceasefire. Iranian strike on Israel's southern city of Beersheba. It launched 4 waves of attacks, killing at least 4 people. This apartment block blown apart. Oh. This is Tehran hours earlier. Israel had warned residents to leave certain districts. Oh. Before it dropped several bombs. Both nations' attacks delivered after Donald Trump's declaration of peace. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Complete with a caveat. It will only come into place when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions.
I think what he's talking about is right now it's dark over there. That's typically when the Israelis and the Iranians have been shooting at each other. I think there's some recognition that that might continue for another few hours.
The US president made his announcements without any public confirmation from the countries themselves. Iran's foreign minister, the first to cast doubt. As of now, there is no agreement on any ceasefire. However, provided that the Israeli regime stops its illegal aggression, we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. But within half an hour, a hint that hostilities may have ended. The military operations of our powerful armed forces to punish Israel for its aggression continued until the very last minute at 4 a.m. In yet another social media post, the US president said, "We couldn't have made today's deal without the talent and courage of our great B-2 pilots." In a certain and very ironic way, that perfect hit brought everyone together and the deal was made. That hit on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities also inspiring this. The Islamic Republic putting on a show of force. Shooting 13 missiles into Qatar. Locals running to safety as the munitions lit up the sky over the capital, Doha. Their target, just 30 minutes from the centre of the city, the United States' Al Udeid military base. The launch sparked celebrations in Iran. but its impact was minimal. Air defence systems detected the threat. All but one missile was intercepted and nobody was injured. Later, the United States revealed it was forewarned, suggesting this could have been an orchestrated diplomatic off-ramp. Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice. Importantly, they've gotten it all out of their system. After 12 days of war, at least 27 people have been killed in Israel. The death toll in Iran thought to be close to 1,000. As the ceasefire officially came into effect, a plea from the US president: please do not violate it. In Israel, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.